I do not give up easily. And we are trying this yet again because I'm super frustrated with the setup. Let's see if this is better. Okay, I think we are all set. Oh, hallelujah. The camera looks straight. And now I need to beg you to go ahead and make some comments again, because I think we are up and running. Laura, Stephanie, Star, Janae, Sandy, if I haven't lost you, go ahead and say hello. Patsy's here. Hi, Patsy. You guys, I'm so sorry I had such problems. Okay, we are up and running. So you will probably have about 3 or 4 lives that ended because of all those mess ups, but it looks like we're good now. So I wanted to show you that I have all of the numbers here. All right, before I put them into the basket. Those are for bingo. All the numbers 1 through 25. There we go. You should go ahead and get your packet and your scissors, your glue or adhesives, your markers or colored pencils, because we are going to jump into the project in just a moment. Okay, you guys are the greatest. Thanks for hanging in there with me. I'm glad we're back on task. Okay, let me mention a couple of things. First of all, happy Valentine's to everybody yesterday. Whether you celebrated yesterday or maybe you celebrated early or you're still yet to celebrate, like my husband and I are going to go out on Thursday. We decided to not try to fight the crowd on Valentine's, so we're going to go celebrate on Thursday. But I wanted to show you these 2 cute cards that I received. This one is from a friend of mine. Cheryl made this and sent it in the mail to me, and it totally made my day. Cute designer paper. Very cute. It says, "You make my heart happy." Thank you, Cheryl, for the adorable Valentine's card. And then my daughter Ashley made this one. If you remember, on my YouTube channel, I did a video on how to make a double slider card. So these are the best. You pull the little piece out at the top and both the top and the bottom slide out. My daughter Ashley made this for me for Valentine's Day. It's got the cute little donkey. I don't know if you can see, there's a wink of Stella in the hearts and some little resin hearts on there too. This organdy ribbon with glitter in it, super pretty. So thank you, sweetheart. I love that. So I hope that you got some fun treats for Valentine's as well. What you need to grab is your packet with the bright pink project materials in there. And be careful when you pull your items out, because you do have some little rhinestone embellishments in there, and I don't want them to go flying and get lost. So be careful when you pull all your little pieces out. Okay. All right, and I know I have some new people that are joining us tonight, so I'm super excited. Thank you and welcome. You can always find me here, of course, on my Facebook page. You can also find me at my website, which is stampwithjuliebaum.com. And if after tonight, if there's some items that you would like to order, I so appreciate your orders. It's what keeps me going. And when you go to my website, stampwithjuliebaum.com, you click on Shop Now, and that will redirect you straight to my store. And you can fill up your cart, and when you get to the checkout, there will be a spot that asks if you want to put a host code in, and you'll just type in this code. So you can always come back and rewatch this video if you need any of this information, or you can do a screenshot of that. And then besides those places, you can also find my tutorials on my YouTube channel. So just look for stampwithjuliebaum.com or stampwithjuliebaum on YouTube. All right, so we're gonna start with this bright pink paper. This is a color called Positively Polished Pink. We've had so many pinks. This pink is called Polished Pink. And then you've got a piece of designer series paper that looks like that, and a white, a black piece. Make sure you locate your little embellishments. Okay, and some ribbon, probably one long piece. All right, let me tell you about your parts. All right, we're starting with our piece of polished pink cardstock. This is 8.5 by 5.5. I've scored it down the center at 4 1/4. So this is a very standard size card base. All right. If you're creating with me at home, you can grab something like your bone folder or a blunt knife, like a butter knife, and just press that crease. That'll help your card fold much nicer. Let me see who else has joined us. Evelyn's here. Hi, Evelyn. Awesome. All right. And Star, I didn't lose you in all the craziness. Cool. You guys are the best. All right. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to attach this piece of paper to the front of our card. All right. So go ahead and grab your adhesive. And I probably gave you a piece that is longer or wider than the cardstock itself. That's totally fine. It's actually going to make this easier. So you can decide which side of the paper you want to be front facing up on your card. And I'm going to use this. Actually, I'll do this one because I have a different one made with the other paper. Then we'll have a sample of each. And I'm going to get my liquid glue. So just use whatever glue stick or adhesive that you have. And we're going to put that onto the paper. And then we're going to attach it to the front. And you can just let the edges hang off the sides. Let me bring some scratch paper in here. Okay, I'm just going to line it up. Let me see if you can see what I'm doing. Yes, I'm going to line it up with the bottom of my cardstock. And I'm just going to let the edges fall off the side. Now, the reason that I like to do it this way is I'm not having to line up this edge and that edge and the bottom edge to see that they're nice and straight. I really only have to line up the bottom, and the ends just hang off, and we're going to take care of those in a moment. All right, so depending on which side of your paper you chose, you've either got the little plaid or the floral side. Now you can take your scissors, and we're just going to snip off that extra. Like so. All right, now it is nice and neat, perfectly straight. It's a really good trick to go ahead when you're adding a strip of paper to a card or to a project is cut it a little bit larger, let it hang off the edge, and take care of the extra afterwards. Okay, we're going to set this piece aside, and we're going to do some stamping. So if you're creating along with me, you have a white piece like this that has some flowers on it, but I'm going to show you the process of getting those on here. The stamp set that we're using tonight is called, I'm going to show it to you. It's called Flowers of Friendship. And this comes as a bundle. What we talk about in a bundle is it's a stamp set that is paired with either a set of dies for our die cutting machine, or it's a stamp set that is paired with a punch. And in this instance, this stamp set is paired with a punch. And when you buy it as a bundle, so when you get the stamp set and the punch as one item with one code, that is the bundle, and you will save 10%. So there's a little bit of savings in buying both pieces that coordinate, buying them at the same time. So everything that we're doing tonight is with these products. So it's actually going to make your product purchase super easy. All right, so I've got my black ink. And I've got my stamp here with the 3 little flowers. I kind of think they look like poppies, but I'm not sure what they are. All right, and I'm going to ink my stamp up. And the first image that I'm going to put on here, let me bring my scrap paper back in. Okay, I think we're all settled down after that craziness of getting started. All right, the first image that I'm going to put on here is my main image. So these are the flowers that I want kind of front and center right about here. Okay, Patty's here. Hi, Patty. Welcome. We just are getting started. We had crazy technical difficulties. I shouldn't say we. You guys were on just fine. It was all on me. Don't know what was going on, but we're all fixed up now. Okay, I'm going to re-ink the same stamp, and I'm just going to drop it a little bit lower and put some extra flowers here and some extra flowers over here. All right, and if you have just joined us and not yet said hello, please do so in the comment box. It's helpful to know who's here. I have a list of everyone that registered and that I'm expecting, but it really is helpful to see that you're here and watching and participating. Okay, so we've got our flowers stamped there. Now you're going to need to get your markers or your colored pencils because we're going to do a little bit of coloring. All right. Oh, let me put the words on here. What are we using on this one? Little card, big thanks. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in the top right corner of this as well. I'm going to stamp it and see. I don't have it on my block very straight. Let me start over. Okay. This is going to go up here in the top right corner. Now, another nice thing about all of the projects that we're doing tonight is you can basically do it with one black ink pad. I'm not using a lot of colored ink pads tonight. I don't think at all. So it is not a pricey start point if you're interested in buying a stamp set and a black ink pad just to get started. Taj is here. Ashley's here. Hi, Ashley. Ashley, I know that you and your mom were going to watch and play along tonight. I hope your mom is watching too. All right, I'm just cleaning my stamps and setting them out of the way. And now you're going to grab your markers. I'm going to use Stampin' Blends. These are my very favorite coloring tools. And I'm going to start with, this is polished pink, so it's the same color as our cardstock and our designer series paper. And the Stampin' Blends always come in a set. You get a light and a dark of the same color. So I'm going to color my flowers with the light first. So this is light polished pink. Super pretty. Now these Stampin' Blends are alcohol markers. And the reason that that makes a difference is the way that the ink reacts with the paper and also the air, like it evaporates as you're coloring. It allows you to color without getting any streaks. You know how if you color sometimes with regular markers and you stop and then you go back, you end up with streaks. It shows where you started and stopped. So these will not do that. They also will layer, so you can go back and color again to get a darker color. And then when I pull in the dark polished pink, you'll see how you can also layer the colors in order to get some shading. It really takes a non-artist like me, because I am not an artist, and turns me into more of an artist. So I can take my dark marker and just using the little guides that are already on the image, see these little dark lines, I can just color those a little bit. Maybe I'll darken the bottom of my flowers. And let's do the same thing on this one. Now, if you don't have two shades of your pink marker, you can always go back and add a little bit of red right in here. That would look pretty. Or just the one tone of pink is totally fine. All right, so there we've got our coloring done, and we're going to leave the other ones. All right, that was fast. Okay, now let's take some adhesive, and we're going to attach this to our black cardstock. All right, so this is going to become like a little frame around it. Is Glynis here? Hi, Glynis. Sandy says, hi, Glynis. Okay, take your adhesive, whatever you've got, your tape, your glue stick, put some on the back of that white piece. flip it over, and we're gonna line it up right here onto the black piece. All right, I'm just kind of eyeballing it to see if my borders are somewhat even. They look okay. Let me see if you can see what I'm doing here. Okay. Awesome. All right, so we've got that piece attached. Now I'm going to show you the greatest ribbon trick. Okay, this is a total favorite of mine. You have a long piece of ribbon, probably about, I don't remember how much I put in your packets if you got a packet, probably about 10 or 13, between 10 and 13 inches. My piece is cut in two, so you can ignore that. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to lay our ribbon just barely on the edge in the back. I'm going to grab some tape, because that's going to hold this really nicely. And if you're frantically going, oh man, I only grabbed glue and not tape, just go grab some tape, okay? We're not going to move along too fast. Okay, so watch what I'm going to do here. I'm going to tape my ribbon edge to the back of the cardstock like so, all right? Now we're going to pull it along the front, and then I'm going to tape it along here as well. So you're going to end up actually cutting a long piece of your ribbon off, because we're not using the whole thing right now. All right, so it's taped, stretched across the front, and then taped in place on the other side. Wait, I feel like I wiggled it. Okay. All right, and then taped over here. And at that point you can cut it. Like I said, you probably have more like this much left, because mine was already cut into two pieces. But you're just going to cut that off. Now, the trick I'm showing you saves you a lot of ribbon, because if you were to take your ribbon and wrap it all the way around the card, you would lose like 5 or 6 inches. So I'm saving you ribbon by teaching you how to do this ribbon trick. Then you're going to take the remnant that you have left, and we're going to slide it under the ribbon on the front, and all we're going to do is tie a knot. So that's the other reason that this is a favorite trick, because a lot of people have trouble tying a pretty bow. This way you don't have to tie a bow. We're just tying a knot, and it's going to give us the appearance of a bow. This is a faux bow. All right, so I've got my knot tied onto the front there. If you think this is really cool, let me know, because like I said, this is my favorite ribbon trick. Then I'm going to take some scissors. I was looking for my good ones, my big ones. Okay, I'm going to take some scissors here and trim the ends of my ribbon. You will want your scissors to be sharp. If yours aren't sharp, you're going to find out right now. Okay, so I've got the ends of my ribbon trimmed. I also see that I didn't color my leaves, and so this is going to be challenging, but we're going to go back and color our leaves. All right, so grab a green, any kind of green that you have handy. I am using Soft Succulent. We're only coloring 3 leaves, and it's just going to be the one under your ribbon that's a little challenging. I do apologize, but I was moving so quickly, I forgot about our little leaf. All right, so just those 3 leaves, and if you're coloring with Stampin' Blends, you can take the dark one now and add a little bit of your shading. Okay, there we go. All right, so we have our, oh, I just made my screen so big that I can't see my comments now. Hold on a second, girls. Okay, I'm back. Oh my goodness. And I'm taking a quick look to see who else has joined us that I haven't said hello to. All right, you guys are the best. So we have our stamped piece. We've got our ribbon trick that we are in love with, and now we are going to go ahead and attach this to our card. So if you are a newer crafter, you're just going to take your glue and attach this down. If you are already into stamping and you have some supplies of your own, I'm going to have you grab some dimensionals. It's just an extra little step up to this. And we're going to put, oh, maybe 4 or 6 dimensionals on the back of the black piece. Dimensionals are little foam dots that just give our project a little bit of a dimension, a pop-up. So if you're using dimensionals, go ahead and add them to the back. If you're using glue, just add glue to the back of your black, to the back of the black paper. Okay. For those of you who have been stamping with me for a while and I thought that you might already have dimensionals, I had texted you today to make sure you pulled those out. Okay. Stephanie says, bring on the tricks. Awesome. Anything that helps, right? Anything that makes us successful. Okay, so we've got that done. Super cute. I'm curious to know, so put in the comments if you used the plaid side of the paper or if you used the floral. And now we're going to finish this with our little embellishments. And I talked about those being sneaky and going away. And now I'm looking for mine since I pulled this in. Oh, look at that. There they are. Okay, so in your packet, you either have some pink rhinestones or perhaps just some clear ones. Both will look spectacular on your card. And I'll show you where I'm going to put mine, but you can put them where you like. I'm going to put one up here by this big flower. And I'm going to put my second one over here. I'm just using a tool. Here, I'll show you a tool that we have. This is an old one. This is the current one. This is called Take Your Pick tool. And it has a lot of different ways that this can be used. Both ends come apart and you can attach different tools. So this little sharp one is super handy when you're trying to get underneath your little embellishments and get them to pick up and then place on your project. And I'm going to put this last one, well, my ribbon's kind of over there. I'm going to put this last one right here. You can put it over here if your knot isn't in the way, or wait a minute, I'm going to slide my knot. Okay. I'm going to slide my knot to the right, and I'm going to put my last embellishment over here. Haha. And there you have an adorable little thank you card. All right, Stephanie used the plaid. Glynis used the floral. Stephanie says she can't find her picker. Okay, great. All right, anybody else? Let me know what paper you used. And we're going to set this one aside and jump into our first bingo game. Okay, so here's the other one. I told you I would show you. Here's the one with the floral that I had made previously. And here's the one with the plaid. Both are equally adorable. Okay. Let me grab those bingo numbers. Now, the way that we do this with the bingo is I'm going to draw numbers out of my bag here, and I'll place them here where you can see them. If that is one of your numbers, then in the comments, you will type a B. When I call another number and it happens to be a second one that you have, then in the comment box, you'll type BI. So you're getting to where once I have 5 numbers that all match yours, that you're spelling out BINGO. All right, this will make sense to you if you're playing for the first time as soon as we get started. All right, so again, make sure that you type into the chat box because I'll be watching and I will be looking for the first person to get a bingo. And I do have prizes tonight for all 3 bingo games. All right, here we go. I'm shaking these up. All right, the first number is 1. How about that? First game of bingo, first number is 1. So if one of the numbers that you chose, and I do have a list with all of the numbers that you guys chose, if anybody chose the number 1, then in the chat box right now, type B. Okay, so I'm going to see. Glynis has a B. She's a newcomer tonight. Awesome. And she's already got a good start. All right, here we go. Patty, I'll give you your numbers. Are you ready? Here we go. Patty's numbers are 6, 10, 15, 17, and 24. Okay, give me a comment, Patty, when you have heard this and you are up to speed. I'll say them one more time. 6, 10, 15, 17, and 24. Those are Patty's numbers. If anybody else needs to be reminded of their numbers, let me know. Okay, Ashley used the plaid. Sandy had a honeycomb pattern. Cute. Awesome. Sandy, are you and Janae together? Are you guys playing at the same time? Patty used plaid. Stephanie, this card. I agree. It's super cute. Laura used plaid. Patsy used plaid. Okay, awesome. Okay, Patty's got her numbers. Here we go. The second one is 19. So if you also had 19 as one of your numbers, then right now you would type into the chat box BI. If 19 is your first one that matches, then you're going to type in a B. All right, so far we only have a B. And here's another number, number 6. Number 6. Bernice, hi, welcome. Bernice is a newcomer too. Welcome. All right, Bernice has a B. So we've got a couple people with Bs. And here comes our next number. Number 17. Number 17. Let's see if anybody else got B's from this. Sorry, my arm is in the screen. Patsy got a B. I'm checking on the comments and my laptop is over there. Okay, the next number is 15. 15. All right, we've got a couple of B's. Evelyn's in the game with a B. Here we go. Our next one, Stephanie has a B. Number 9. Cecilia's in the game. Oh, we've got a BI. BI. Fun. Sandy and Janae are playing together. Stephanie has BI. Awesome. You guys, oh, and Janae has B. Okay, here's the next one. Bernice has BI. Okay, we have a game going. Number 2. Number 2. BIN. We have a couple of BINs. Look at you with lucky numbers already. Not even very many picked yet. Excellent. A couple new B's. Here's our next one, number 3. Number 3. All right, we've got a couple of BINs. Star, you're in the game with a B. Awesome. It's not too late. We got a BI, BIN. Lots of B's now. BIN. All right, you guys are good at this. Great. Okay, here we go with the next one. Ashley's got BI. Okay, here we go. Number 12. Let's see what that does. We still have several with BIN. Couple of BIs. All right, I'm going to pick another one. All right, number 13. Is 13 lucky? Lucky 13. All right, we have BING. Let's see if anybody else is in the running. BING. We have another BING. Now remember, the first bingo that I see pop up in the comments will be the winner, but I do have like consolation prizes if we have a second or a third bingo at the same time. All right, we have a couple of BINGs, so this could do it. Let's see what our number is. Number 22. But keep playing if this is just giving you your B or your I, because you never know. Sandy has bingo? Yes? I'm seeing it in... Or Janae has bingo, or you both have bingo. I see Sandy's first, and then I see Janae's comment. So you guys confirm in the comments. I see Sandy's bingo popped up first. I'm going back and looking, and it shows that Janae has bingo. So do we have 2 bingos or just 1? Because I know you guys are playing at the same location, but you're playing with your own numbers. Gotcha. Okay, so do we have a winner, Sandy? Does Janae have bingo? Is that... Yes. Okay, congratulations, Janae. I do have a prize for you. I have this set of note cards that are super cute with the little sports car. Here, I'm going to undo the ribbon so you can see. It's a set of 4 note cards with the little sports car, the VW bug, the van, and then another bug with a different design. So these 4 note cards and envelopes are coming to you. Congratulations for winning bingo game number 1. Okay, we're going to clear the bingo board. All right. Now, I'm going to tell you something too about, where did I put those cards? About this cute stamp set. The stamp set that has these cars on it is a free stamp set. It's free with a purchase, but it's only happening in February. So right now we have what's called Sale-A-Bration going on. And there are several items in here that can be chosen as a free gift with a $50 order. And so that's one of them. You can see it right here. And I had stamped with it to create those cards, and they're super cute. So if you are in love with these cars and would like to get this stamp set, that's how you get it. You would place a $50 product order, and then you can choose that stamp set for free. A little bit later, I'm going to talk more about a product purchase, but I want to go ahead and get into our second card. Let me write down on my list that Janae won bingo game 1. Congratulations. Janae's my daughter. Good job, babe. Okay. Now you're going to grab your packet that has this pretty peachy color. It's called Pale Papaya. So we're going to grab that. Let me scroll and catch up on my comments. Okay, we're ready to proceed. All right, same thing. When you pull your contents out of your bag, be careful because you do have lots of tiny pieces, and you also have some embellishments, probably some clear rhinestones in this bag. Okay, for this one, I've die cut for you a piece that looks like this out of the Pale Papaya. And I am going to show you how I got that, especially if you're new to crafting. So we have 2 different tools for die cutting. One is a larger form of the one that I'm going to show you right now. This is our smaller one. This is the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And this is great for almost all of our dies. We do have some dies that are too large for this machine and have to be cut with the larger one. And we also have embossing folders that you need the larger machine for. But sometimes when you're starting out, you want to start with something that is a little bit more economical and seems easier to handle. So this is our small machine. And this is how you get a die cut. I have a scalloped rectangle. I'm trying to pick it up here. This is actually from a stamp set called Color and Contour. And in Color and Contour, there are matching dies. So I keep my dies with the stamp set. So it's these beautiful rectangles. That's where I pulled this one from. All right, if you're stamping on your own, or if after tonight you are only getting this stamp set and punch, then obviously you can just cut a rectangle. You don't have to have a fancy die cut like this. But let me show you how easy it is. I've got my Pale Papaya cardstock, and I'm just gonna lay it right here. This is like a sandwich. You've got your different layers of your sandwich. So I've got mine started. I have a plate 1 and a plate 2. And I'm going to put my die onto the cardstock, cover it with another plate 2, and then I'm going to put it through the machine and just crank it. You just do it by hand. All right, it comes out the other side, and then you can take your layers apart. And you can see that I have die cut that super cute stitched and scalloped rectangle. So that's how we do die cutting. I won't do all of the die cutting during the live tonight, just to save time, but I wanted to show you how we get those images that are cut with die cuts, or those elements. All right, so yours has been cut for you. Then you also have a piece of white cardstock, and I believe that it is scored down the center for you so that you will be able to fold it easily. So let's go ahead and fold that. All right, and now we're going to do our stamping on this piece first. All right, so for this one, I'm going to use a stamp that says, "Life is better with friends like you." Again, these are all in this same stamp set, making it super easy for you tonight. I've got my black ink pad, and I'm going to stamp on the front of this. Let's see if I can move my pieces out of the way without losing them. All right, and I'm going to give this one a test too. I've always got my scratch paper here. Okay. So this says, "Life is better with friends like you," and I'm putting it on the right side of the little folded card so that that looks like yours. And then I'm also going to take these cute little, where are you? These cute little flowers that are all in a row, and you'll see that those are on the inside. So to do that, I just flipped open my cardstock and stamped the flowers on the inside. Okay. Now, what's super fun is we're going to use the punch on this one. And so I've pre-punched pieces for you because I was quite sure that you didn't already have these elements, but I do want to show you how I got them. So on a piece of Pale Papaya cardstock, I took the smaller flower in that stamp set and stamped it onto the papaya cardstock. And we have 2 of those. And I'm also going to point out something. On the punch, you can see that this smaller flower is kind of the direction of an X. So that's how I stamped my flower. This will help to be able to line it up in the punch a lot easier. So I'm going to unlock my punch and punch that out so I can line it up very easily. Let me make sure that I haven't gone off screen. You guys can see me okay? All right. So I'm going to line it up in there and punch it out. So again, with that one stamp set and black ink, you can still create the projects that we're making. This is done on colored cardstock, but you could do it on white. My punch actually kind of got in the way there, so I'm going to put one more over here. All right, so I think in your packet you have these two. Okay, it's like confetti goes flying everywhere. See, it's a party wherever you're stamping. And then I'm going to take the other cardstock piece. Oh, here it is. This is called Fresh Freesia. It's a beautiful pale purple. And I'm going to use the larger flower stamp on this one. Okay, so this time, only because I've used my punch and I know to look ahead, this one's lined up more like a plus sign or a cross. So when I stamp my flower, I'm actually going to put it in the same direction and it will be easier to punch out. Because then I'm not trying to maneuver like and find where it goes and how it matches. It's just going to line up really easily. So we need two of those. So there's one and the second one. All right, now we're going to do something fun with these flowers. Okay, again, I'm putting this in, lining it up at the top with the larger of the two flowers, and punch that out. Okay, so you should have your flowers. And then you also have a variety of leaves. I'm going to save us a little bit of time by not stamping and punching all the leaves, but it was the same process. So on the dark green paper and with the larger leaf stamp, I stamped my leaves. And then once again, you can line it up into the punch and punch your large leaves. And with the lighter green paper, I stamped the smaller leaf, this one, and then punched those out. All right, so let's all get all of our parts together. All right, so you have your pale papaya piece, we need that. You have your stamped little white note card, we have that. You need two of your fresh freesia, the purple flowers, and two of the pale papaya. And then let's get our leaves. You are going to need 3 of the dark green and 1 of the light green. I don't remember right this minute if I put exactly the number of leaves that you needed in your packet or if I might have added extra. But you need 3 dark ones and 1 light one. Let me check the comments and make sure I haven't lost you. You guys doing okay? All right. So take your adhesive at this point and you're going to make a small dot on top of your pale papaya flower, okay? Because we're gonna put one on top of the other. So I've just got a little glue dot there. Then I'm gonna take this one and just offset it. So we have a cute small flower, but it's actually fuller. It's got more petals this way. All right, so we have that one. And do the same thing with the fresh freesia. Put a little dot in the center and offset your petals and stick those two together. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to attach them to the card front. And what I'm going to encourage you to do is to put a little bit of your adhesive, but still only in the center of the flower, okay? Don't put your adhesive sticking out on the petals. This will hold it just fine on your card, but it's gonna make it easy for us to tuck the leaves in after the fact, okay? And I'm gonna actually put this one in this bottom left corner, hanging off slightly. I'll show you why. This is going to get mounted on here. So see, it's not going to hang off the project. It's just hanging a teeny bit off of the white. And then let's put the pale papaya flower on. Same thing. I'm just going to put the glue in the center and attach that one here. Isn't that cute? It's so happy looking. All right, now we're gonna do our leaves. So this is what I like to do. I'm gonna hold my leaf because it's so small, and I'm gonna put some adhesive on this smaller end, on the narrow end, and then I'm just gonna tuck it in. Remember how we didn't put glue everywhere underneath there? So this can easily tuck under some of those petals. All right, there's that one. If you're using a glue stick, you're going to just use your glue on the end. I'm calling it the skinny end. You've got like this end that kind of has edges, and then you have a plain end. So same thing, I'm going to put a little bit of glue there and tuck this one over here to the side of my purple flower. Look it, we're building a bouquet. Let's take our third dark petal and put it in down here, tuck it in under the petal, under the flower petals. And then my last one, I'm going to use my light green. This is, the color is called Soft Succulent. The color of the dark green is called Evening Evergreen. And I'm going to kind of put this one a little bit over the dark green one and kind of by itself. Okay, like so. So you've got your flowers, you have your leaves. Really, really effective with not a lot of effort. Super easy to do. Now you're going to take your adhesive and put it on the back side. If you prefer to use tear and tape at this point, I'll use tear and tape just so you can see what that looks like. But you can use your regular glue or adhesive. That's totally fine. All right, if you have tear and tape, you can put a long strip maybe at the bottom and a strip at the top. Some reasons to have tear and tape in your arsenal is it is the preferred adhesive if you are attaching something to, if you're attaching paper to something else that has a lot of texture to it, and your liquid glue or your glue stick just isn't going to attach well. And also for a lot of 3D projects that we do, like boxes and bags, you want a stronger adhesive like our tear and tape. For this, you'll be just fine with your regular adhesive or glue. Line it up on your pale papaya background and press that on there. You'll see me often turn my project over to do a really good press, and that's just in case you ended up with ink or oil on your fingers, that you don't smear the front of your project. So I just turned that over, gave it a good press, and then that's done. Let's put our embellishments on here, and then we're gonna put, oh, we need to put our ribbon on here too. Okay, we're gonna do a knot again. No bows tonight. All right, so you're going to take your piece of pale papaya ribbon, which is so fantastic. Our ribbon, our paper, our markers, the colors all coordinate. So you know if you used pale papaya cardstock, you can choose a ribbon in pale papaya or any of these other colors, fresh freesia, the evening evergreen, and you know that they're going to look and coordinate really nicely on your project. All right, so I've tied a knot out of my piece of ribbon. I'm going to go ahead and trim my ends before I attach it this time. This is just going to be a little shorty. Okay, it's really tiny. Oh, I have threads hanging off. Hold on, let me clean that up. There we go. All right, now if you're using glue, like liquid glue or a glue stick, you're gonna put your glue on and attach this, but you will need to hold it or go set it off to the side and stick something on top of it to hold it. If you have other choices at your fingertips, you can grab a glue dot. Glue dots are handy because they are like hot glue, but they're not hot. And by using a glue dot, I can stick my ribbon on there. It will hold and I don't need to let it dry, like it's on there for good. So if you're using your liquid glue, you're going to need to let that ribbon dry. You might even want to do it at the end because you'll have to let it set aside. Okay, and let's grab our little rhinestones and attach them to the center of your flowers. You may have colored ones, or you might have the plain clear rhinestones. In this packet, I had one small one and one large one. Like I said, the packets differ a teeny bit, just depending on what I had on hand. So put your rhinestones in the center of the flowers. Oh my gosh, that totally makes the project. All right, there we go. Now I would use this, either I would slip it inside on top of a gift, like just under the ribbon, or it could be, you could do a hole punch to this and attach it to a gift bag or a wine bottle, however you want to use this little gift enclosure or tag. All right, what do you think? How'd you do? Me too, Patsy. I love the bling every time. All right, I will leave that one right here for a moment while you're finishing up. Let me move a bunch of these pieces out of the way and we'll get ready for bingo game number 2. Okay. Stephanie says it's too cute to give away. That is totally the problem of creating these adorable projects, is you don't want to give them away. So you'll hear me often tell my stamping students, always make 2, because you're going to need one that you can use, and you're probably going to not want to part with one of them. All right, there's our project number 2, and I'm going to pull in our bingo numbers. And let's begin bingo game number 2. All right, here we go. Give them a good shake. And the first number is 25. Look at that. Last time we had number 1, and this time we had 25 for the starter. All right, number 25. Let's see if we have anybody that gets a B. Yep, here we go. We've got some Bs. Excellent. Ooh, a lot of you liked number 25. B, B, B. All right, I'm cleaning my stamps while I'm watching the comments come in. Star has a B. Ashley, Evelyn. There's a bunch, okay? We have several people with B. All right, let's get a second number. Number 18. Do you have 18? All right. And the next one, I'm going to adjust here so I can see your comments a little bit better. There we go. Okay, the next one is 24. Number 24. All right, and let's continue. We have number 11. Do you guys remember last month? A lot of the same numbers got picked during the 3 games. We didn't have a lot of variety. This time it's very different. All right, we have some more Bs. People are in with their B. We have a couple of BIs. Very good. The next number is 7. Okay, number 7. We still have a number of BI. Couple more. Good. All right, the next number is, oh, and some new people are in with a B. Good. All right. We have 16, number 16. All right, B, B-I, B-I, B. All right, here comes another one. Number 5. I'm seeing different people in so far this time. Good. Mix it up. B, B-I, B-I. All right, our next number is, oh, a couple more BIs just popped up. Great. Next one is 13. Oh, we had 13 last game too. 13. All right, let's pick another one. I don't see anybody with an N yet. Lots of B's, lots of B and I. Oh, one BIN. Oh, a couple BINs. I was just too quick to comment. I know there's a delay when I'm looking at the comments. Number 23 is next. 23. Okay, here we go. Oh, some more BI, BI. We have a couple BINs. Number 22. All right, BIN, BIN, BI, BI. Okay, here we go. Our next number is 6. Number 6. Let's see what that does to our bingo score. We've still got a couple of BINs. I don't think, I'm waiting this time. I was going to say, I don't think we have any G's yet. A couple more BI. All right, it's still a close race. Here we go. The next number is 21. Number 21. And here comes some comments. BI, BI, BIN. We're getting there. Ooh, I have a BING, first one on the board, BING. A couple more BIs. Okay, it's not over yet. BIN. All right, here we go. Let's draw another number. Number 17. Let's see. BING. All right, we have we have more than one person with BING. So we could be getting close. Couple more BING. All right. Are you guys chewing your nails? Are you getting nervous? Okay, here we go. Here's the next number. 8. Number 8. I don't think 8 is a very common number. Anybody? Oh, yep, it worked for a couple of you. B, B-I. Awesome. B-I-N. Okay, here goes our next number. Number 20. Number 20. Okay, I'm watching you guys typing in. We still have a couple of BINGs, a couple more BIN. Fun, 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 fun. Okay. The next number is 19. Okay, 19. Let's see if that does it for anybody. I know we've got BING several times. I'm watching. Okay, I'm going to shake these up. I think we need a couple more numbers. Okay, the next one is 4. Look how many numbers we have this time. Last time I think we got it in like half this many. Okay, number 4. BIN, BIN. There's a lot of people in the race right now. The race to bingo. Okay, here comes another number. 9. number 9. Let's see how that mixes things up. BIN. BIN. All right, I still don't see a bingo. I'm going to draw another number. I know we're getting down to it. Number 2. Number 2. We have some more BIN. I cannot tell you how many people have BIN. BIN, BIN. We have several with BING now, so one more number could do it for a couple different people. Let's see what we have. Number 12. And I'm watching the comments. Let's see who's going to be our winner. Bingo! Star! I see Star just typed in bingo. BINGO. Awesome. Awesome. Congratulations. You guys, did you not remind me, or did I check Janae's numbers? I will go back and check them. I don't remember doing them out loud in the live. So let's check Star's numbers like we normally do. All right, I have Star with 2, 12, 13, 18, and 25. Yes, indeed. Star is our winner. Congratulations, Star. I am sending you, actually, I'm going to let you choose, and you can let me know. I have a stamp set. It's called Catching Butterflies. This also is a Sale-A-Bration gift, free with purchase. This one is brand new. It's got the cute little girl with the butterfly net and the butterflies. So either the stamp set, or if you would prefer a set of note cards. I have a cute set of generic note cards. They say hello, and I'm not sure. I don't want to undo the knot. But these are ready for you too, the note cards or the envelopes. So Star, you can type in the comment if you'd rather have the stamp set or the note cards, or you can let me know afterwards. Congratulations! First time player and a bingo winner. Awesome. Okay, here we go. We're going to jump into our third project. You should have one more packet. And as we do that, I also want to mention our easy product purchase for the night. You got it, Star. I'm going to write down the note cards for Star. You got it. Congratulations. Those are going to get mailed out to you. All right, I'm just going to put this on the screen so that you can see it easily. If you are loving tonight's projects and you would like to purchase the items so that you can recreate these or similar projects, there's the Flowers of Friendship bundle. And as I mentioned, that would be the stamp set and the matching punch. Okay, that's $35. If you do not have any blocks for your stamps yet, because you need at least one block to do stamping, I recommend an E block. And so I've got that number here. And perhaps you need a black ink pad. So I have that number here. Note cards and envelopes. If you were to purchase those items on our easy product purchase, the subtotal is $60, which would mean that you could choose a gift out of the Sale-A-Bration brochure. Because again, this is a free gift with a $50 or more purchase. So you might choose that cute stamp set from the other note cards. And then I have some other items here too, if you want to add the extra things. The colored designer paper, the dimensionals that we used, the In Color jewels. I'm not going to go through this whole thing, but like I said, you can come back and watch this or take a screenshot And that way, when you go to my stamp store, it will be easy. You can put the numbers in and do your product purchase that way. All right, we are on our third project, and this is this beautiful soft succulent card. So pull out these items, and you again do have little tiny embellishments. So be careful as you pull your things out. And I'll tell you a little bit about this piece that you're going to start with. This is soft succulent cardstock. It is 4 1/4 by 11 inches. And it is scored in the middle. Here's the 11 inches, the length of it. It's scored at 5 1/2, which is the center. And then it also has another score line at 2 3/4. So for this project, we needed it to fold 2 different ways. All right. So the first thing you're going to do is grab your designer series paper. I'm looking for mine. It's supposed to be in this little packet. I'm going to have to grab some. Okay, hold on. Bear with me while I go just out of reach and grab some paper. And again, you have 2 prints. And the papers are 2-sided, so you really have 4 different options. You can choose what you'd like to use. We're going to be attaching one to the top part. This is the way the card is going to open, okay? The hinge is at the top. So we're going to attach one piece above that second score line, and we're going to attach the second piece below it. All right, so choose whichever prints you want. All right, I'm going to use the little plaid or the checks and kind of the floral one. So grab your adhesive and let's get those attached. The designer series paper coordinates color-wise. So we've got soft succulent cardstock, and then these designer papers are also in soft succulent. It just helps you pull together your project with such ease. All right, and let's put some adhesive on the second part. And we're going to attach that to the bottom. Like so. All right, let me see if anybody has any comments or questions. You guys doing okay? Awesome. All right. We're also going to take the pink piece that you have. Looks like it might be a 1/2 inch. Mine looks like it's 3/8. So I'm not sure what the width of yours is. It might be 3/8. I'm looking at another sample I made and it looks like a 1/2 inch, but you have a narrow piece of the polished pink. And we're actually going to just attach that kind of in the middle of this piece. All right. So let's get that one on. These colors look so pretty together. This is that same pink that we started with. This is polished pink. And so I'm going to put it in the middle of this one. I was shoving it over a little bit so it was equal right and left. That looks a little better. Okay, now, oh, I see. You probably have 2 pink pieces. Aha, see? I planned for our projects several days ago and I almost forgot what we're doing. Okay, so you're gonna need the second piece as well. All right, let's go ahead now and put this is a large white piece. This is actually gonna go on the inside. And on this one, I'm gonna go back to those cute little, that row of flowers and stamp it at the very bottom of that piece. So if yours is prepared for you, that's what it looks like. Okay, and we're gonna attach that as well. So let's bring out your adhesive. All right, are you wondering what we're gonna do with that extra little fold? It's gonna be fun, I'm telling you. Okay, so line up, just kind of by looking at your borders, line up that white piece and get it attached. Cecilia, I apologize. I don't know what happened if you're missing the white piece. So it is 4 inches by 5 1/4. So I know that you're a Stampin' Up demonstrator. So I know that you have some white cardstock. So let me know if you are able to go grab that. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, Cecilia got some. Sandy doesn't have it either. Oh, did I not put the white piece in a bunch of these? All right, put in the chats if chat if you don't have the white piece. Patty doesn't have it. Cecilia says she got it. I don't know if that means she found it or went and got a piece. Oh, Glynis doesn't have it either. Okay, I've totally given you guys, shorted you that piece of paper. So, give me a second here. Okay, we're going to be totally fine. We're going to finish the project anyway. It would be A+ with the white piece, but obviously since I missed some of the packets, then you're not going to have this, but that's okay. We're going to still be able to finish the card, okay? All right, we're going to go to our pink piece. Stephanie says just rip it off. Rip it off of something else. Okay, we're going to go ahead. This is where you can decide. You can watch the end of the card and wait and get a white piece from me, or just go ahead and finish it, because the inside of your card will be green like this, and the pink piece is going to go on it like that, and it's going to be adorable. So it doesn't matter all that much, okay? We're going to have an A version and a B version. So let's put our pink strip on the inside. Yeah, I see some more of you saying that it wasn't in your packet. I apologize. I work really hard to try to have those, have everything in them that they need. I already know one thing. So this is a shocker that your white piece wasn't in there, because we're coming up to another thing that I'm going to already show you how to get around it. All right. So you're either putting this pink piece on the inside, which looks like this, which is green, or you're watching the completion of the card if you don't want to finish that. All right. Now, you should have, so now I'm going to ask, a piece of white cardstock that has "Thank you for everything" on it. I'm going to grab my stamp and my black ink pad and get mine ready. So you should have this piece, and now make me feel better. Let me know that you all have the thank you piece, that I didn't completely forget the whole inside of the card. And then you're going to need your scissors, but I'm waiting. Put in the comments just so I can keep up with you guys. If you do have, you have it, you have the thank you piece, got it. Okay, good. Then we'll proceed. All right, so you're going to take your scissors, and we're going to do a little banner cut in both of these ends. And I've showed you how to do it before. We've done it on a skinny piece. This time we're going to do it on a fatter piece. So you're going to take your scissors, you're going to make a snip in the side at the middle, like so. Then you're going to take your scissors and go from the point to that little snip that you just made, like so. And then you're going to do the same thing from the other corner. So you're going to go from the corner to that first snip that you made. And then you have a cute little banner edge inside your paper. All right, and then this one seems big. Is your guys' this big? I'm going to trim mine down. Gosh, this is like the project problem, the problem child project. I'm going to trim mine down because I want it skinnier. So you can do this too, even if you already did the notch. Because it was centered, it'll be just fine. Okay, like so. I want mine skinnier. You'll see why in just a minute. All right, so go ahead and trim that piece down so that I'll tell you about what it is. It's about an inch or an inch and an eighth now, especially if you started off with a big one like this. All right. Patsy says hers is 2.5 by 1. Awesome. Okay, I did one thing right then. So your little notch is going to go much easier because you're not having to trim your piece down. All right. And I think I just threw in a big hunk in mine. All right. So your guys's was the right size. Same process on the other side. Make your center snip, then go from your corner to the place where you snipped, and you will get a nice even banner. This piece is munched because I had to keep attacking my piece of paper. All right, and the reason we do that is, I'll show you on here. If you were to take this and just try to do it like eyeball it, I don't know how good you would do. I would do terrible. And so what happens is then it ends up not very equal. And so then you go trimming some more and it ends up being a nightmare. So this little trick of putting the snip in the center and going from the corner to it works much better. Hopefully you all have this piece ready to go now. Hopefully I haven't totally thrown you off. Okay, now we're going to set that aside. We're going to come back to that piece and finish the inside in a moment. Let's go ahead and finish the front of our card. You have an evening evergreen piece that, once again, I die cut for you using one of those scalloped rectangles. Super cute. And you also have a piece of soft succulent. This is going to go right on top of it. So you can go ahead and attach that piece. Patsy, thanks for telling me the measurements of that. It helped me to know that I didn't totally mess up all your packets. You are very helpful. And thanks for telling your friend Bernice about tonight too. Okay, so here's a question for you as I'm putting this together. I have some of my stamping friends out of state, especially closer to the South and the East Coast, that were asking about a morning bingo so that they are not having to stay up super late. So in the comment box, write down if you would be interested in a Saturday morning bingo, Stampin' Bingo session, or if you prefer the evening one. So I'm taking a poll. Let me know if you would be interested. I'm not saying that I'll never do a night one if you choose a morning one. I just might add a morning one, see if it's more convenient. So, okay, I got some comments coming in. Some of you are saying, yes, you would be interested. Because when we start at 6:30 here, and my friends in Texas and Nashville, and even Evelyn in Massachusetts, it's getting late for them. All right, some of you, Patsy's ready for both. You are my kind of gal, Patsy. Me too. Let's just stamp all the time. Okay, this is helpful. I will go back and watch and read all the comments later and see if I think that there would be any interest in a morning one in addition to an evening option. Okay. All right. So you have another white piece of cardstock, which now I have hacked mine because I was showing you that little ribbon end. So let me grab a piece. And yours has some flowers on it. All right, I did just check. I had one packet left over that I made for tonight that did not end up going to anybody. And I can see in it that this piece was the right size. Hallelujah. And you have this piece. So that was done the exact same way when we first started out tonight, just with this stamp and the black ink on the white paper. All right. So This is going to be different, where we turn the corner and do something different. You also have a piece of the polished pink with the flowers on here. You're going to take your scissors and cut those out. Okay. We commonly call this fussy cutting. So we're not using a punch, we're not using a die, you're just cutting it out with your scissors. And so this is called fussy cutting. So you're just going to take your scissors and cut out those 3 pink flowers. I'm going to go back to talking about tricks. Okay, Stephanie earlier said bring on the tricks. Also when you're cutting, you can cut the little stem part off so it just ends at the bottom of the bloom. Okay, when you're cutting, something you may not have learned in kindergarten is it's much easier when you're trying to go around the edges to move the paper. So you will see that I push and pull my paper as I'm cutting as much or more than I actually move my scissors. And it helps you get closer to your design, and it helps you with your accuracy too. So it's a little trick when you're doing fussy cutting. Yes, Sandy, that is exactly why I asked about the morning one. The Nashville girls would really like a morning option. Moms of small children, and it gets to be late. All right, so that's one trick when you're talking about fussy cutting, is think about that. Think about twisting and turning the paper and as you're cutting, and not just maneuvering your scissors. And then also a good sharp pair of scissors is super helpful when you're crafting. These are our paper snips. They're sold in our catalog. They're only $10 and they're fantastic. Right this moment, they are not available because of all the global shipping issues. It's affected our company as well, but they will come back here pretty soon. Then you can get something like this ordered. Even a large pair of scissors that are super sharp is handy to have around. All right, before we glue, I'm gonna have you grab your markers. Just green, okay? We're only coloring the leaves. So I'm going to use my Stampin' Blends in Soft Succulent. I'm starting with the lighter of the 2 colors and just very easily and quickly coloring my leaves. If you're using colored pencils or markers, that's fine too, whatever you have. All right, and then I'm going to go with my darker. This is the dark Soft Succulent. And just do a little bit of the shading. Remember, it can turn anybody into an artist. Look at that. I'm going to put a little bit of that dark right at the base of the leaf too. Also, when you're using the Stampin' Blends, if you've used your light and your dark, you can go back with the light and blend those colors together and get even more shading. Looks really pretty. All right, so within another moment, you probably have your leaves done. Stephanie says she got herself some adult coloring markers. I know you struggled last month. You were like, I need better scissors. I need better markers. Okay, so for those of you who are crafting with me, you're going to want to take your adhesive and you're going to attach your little flowers right on top of the white space. If you have Stampin' Dimensionals handy, go ahead and grab those and use those to put under your flowers. Otherwise, you're just going to glue them down like that. I will use Dimensionals just so you can see what that looks like. Dimensionals are probably my favorite little embellishment or accessory to use because it just pops up your areas of your project. These are the mini ones. Earlier I grabbed the regular size dimensionals. These are the minis, but the full size will fit on here just fine. These are just the ones I happened to grab when I opened my drawer. If you're using a full size dimensional, you can just use one on here. Since I'm using minis, I'm going to put 2 on there. Okay, otherwise you're just using your adhesive and gluing your flowers on. There's a small, a medium, and a large. Excuse me. And we are just about done. Okay. We're going to take that piece and attach it to this guy. Just like that. Give it a good press. Okay. This piece is going to go on to the front of our card, but before you glue, don't glue yet. We're only going to add adhesive to the very bottom. And the reason for that is this is actually going to become, here we go. I just lost the word. Okay. Let me think for a minute so I can tell you what this is. An easel. That's the word I was missing. An easel card. So we're going to put adhesive only on the bottom of the evening evergreen piece, and it is going to attach right there. It's pretty much centered on the card, but this piece at the top will be loose. All right, so let's do that. You can use your liquid glue. If you have your tear and tape handy, go ahead and grab that. And again, you're only putting adhesive on. Okay, so my monitor is showing that the live has ended. I can see on my phone that we're still okay. So maybe in a minute, give me a comment. Let me know that you're still here as we finish this last one. All right, let's attach this piece. I think it's because my phone is went on low power. So I'm going to check and see if you guys are still here. Okay. I did not hear thunder. Did we hear thunder? Okay, Cecilia says she lost me for a minute, but I'm back. All right, let's finish this up. We're going to attach this onto here, like so. And then this is how an easel card works. This not only will open like this, but we're going to do a little step here where this will prop it up. So go ahead and take your thank you for everything. And you're going to glue it onto your card right here. And that little lip is going to actually be enough for this to prop up like that. Now, if you have dimensionals, go ahead and grab those. And put maybe 3 across on here. If you don't have dimensionals, that's fine. Just put your adhesive on here. It will still work. But you'll see that with the dimensionals, it just pops it up a teeny bit more. All right, so you're going to lay that on there. And then you can see that this can be propped up after the recipient has read it and fallen in love with it. And there is your easel card. Let's add our bling. You should have ended up with a couple of rhinestones, maybe colored, maybe plain. I am not sure. I'm just going to use some of these that look like dark green. I'm going to put one here. I may have put plain ones in. I'm looking at my sample, which actually kind of looks better. Maybe one over here. You probably have 3. I try to give you at least the number you need, sometimes a few extras. And there we have our super cute thank you card that acts as an easel card. Do you love it? Okay, so without that white piece, and I do apologize again, this still looks cute decorated with the pink stripe and the words, and I think it's just fine. But what I am going to do is when I send out thank you cards, because I always send out a thank you card for participating in bingo night, I'm going to tuck a piece of white cardstock in there. And that way, if you want to go back and put the white cardstock inside, you can. Even if you put these pieces down, you can probably pull them up without too much damage because the white card is going to cover it. And you can put that inside. And I do apologize for that happening. All right, let's play our third and final game of bingo. It's starting to get a little bit late. All right, Laura, you liked it. Patsy liked it. Awesome. Okay, and I'm still with you. Good. Okay, here we go. Shake, shake, shake. Our first number is 22. And I know in the beginning we can go a little quicker because we're not getting close to a winner yet. So our second number is 2. We have 22 and 2. All right, the next number is 23. All right, here come the comments. We've got some B's. Couple more B's. All right, here we go. The next number is 12. Number 12. All right, lots of B's. B, B, B. Okay, here we go. 11. B-I. B-I. Number 20. B, B. Lots of B's. The comments are coming in. All right, the next one is 21. Look at all these high numbers. 20, 21, 22, 23. All right, a couple more B's. I have one B-I-N. 24. Couple more B's. B-I-N. Couple more B's. Number 18 is next. All right, couple more B's. All right, here we go. Number 5. There's a low number. Number 5. I think 5 was a popular number this month. B-I-N, B-I-N, B. All right, keep going. Number 15. So regarding a morning bingo, I will continue to consider that and figure out when that is going to be. But in the meantime, March 22nd is our next Stamp and Bingo. That is another Tuesday night, March 22nd. Okay, we have a couple of BINs, several. 17. All right. Number 1. B-I-N-G. I've got at least one B-I-N-G so far. Several B-I-N, 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 another B-I-N. Okay, we're getting there. Okay, the next number is 4. Number 4. So remember, it's the same process for March 22nd. You'll register with your numbers. Let me know if you want to get a bingo packet so you can create along with me. I know a couple of you, this was the first time that you decided to create along with me. I hope that you've enjoyed that. Number 8 is next. I know it's fun to watch, but I would think it's more fun to create at the same time, if possible. And tell a friend. We're trying to grow our group here. The bigger the group gets, the bigger the prizes I can offer. Okay, we have lots of BIs, a bunch of BIN. Here's 19. Let's see if that does it for anybody. I have at least one BING. Let me see if I have another. BIN, BING. Yep, I've got more than one BING, so we're getting close. Anytime could do it. All right, the next number is 14. Let's watch and see. I'm watching. Bingo, Sandy Weigel. Congratulations, Sandy. Yep, she is the first one that I see with bingo. Anybody else? Did anybody else get a bingo with that 14? Another BIN. I just want to check. Awesome. Yay! You did win. And I have the little stamp set. I set it off to the side. With the little girl and the butterfly net and the butterflies. Do you already have this one, Sandy? I hope that you don't. I know that you'll have a good use for it in case this is a duplicate for you. Congratulations. Stephanie is asking if there's a number 3 even in the bag. There is. Remember, we looked at all the numbers to start with, and there it is. I'm sorry. Is that all you needed? Oh. All right. Super cute. You guys are the best. Let me pull in that product list again in case there's items that you are wanting to know the numbers of. And again, what a fantastic and easy way to start. If you are new to stamping, the stamp set, the punch, a black ink pad, you can already begin creating. And I am here to help you and here to coach you along the way. I appreciate so much your participation in Stampin' Bingo Night. Oh, I almost always forget this, right? Let's check the numbers. Let's check the numbers, Sandy. You ready? Okay, here we go. Just in case. All right. Sandy has 2, 8, 12, 14, and 21. So yes, that is a confirmed bingo. Good job, girl. And I will put you down as a winner of the stamp set. Perfect. All right, I'm going to sign off for now. Thank you so much. This was a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed your cards. Let's pull those out. If you have any questions for me, you know how to get a hold of me. And in the meantime, I will check back with you before March 22nd for our next Stampin' Bingo. All right. Thank you so much for playing. I appreciate you all. Good night.